welcome back everyone, Toy Shiz here, and we are back yet again for another Neca Toys TMNT video. Today, I'm very stoked. We have a trio of brand new Mirage Comics offerings, and I couldn't be more happy. They're going incredibly deep. I love what they're doing with this line. I love the cartoon line and the Mirage line. If you're a fan of the comics, you'll know exactly what you're looking at here. First and foremost, we have April O'Neil. I'm stoked because I don't have the first April O'Neil. This is version 2. And she looks awesome, including the little accessory that she comes packaged with, but more on him in just a few. Gorgeous artwork provided by Kevin Eastman. I'm loving it. Even more so this guy. Like I said, more on him coming soon. He's in the vid, don't you worry. If you are puzzled at what you're looking at here because you've read Reddit too many times, rest assured, yes, April O'Neil did look like this at some point in the Mirage Comics line. It kind of went back and forth. You just don't know what else to tell you. It's just what it is. And if you didn't know that, I bet you also didn't know that April O'Neil is in fact a living doodle brought to life by a magic crystal strapped to a pencil when her father and her mother couldn't have a child. So what else you got for me, people who know nothing about Ninja Turtles and just read Reddit all day? Read more comics, right? Here's everyone involved with the creation of this figure, so thank you very much for that. And here's the barcode. She is a part of the Target HAULATHon. If she hasn't hit stores just yet, she will, but keep in mind, these three across the board are not exclusive to Target. They are just first to market for the Target HAULATHon, the Spring 2025 HAULATHon, as is Hunter Leonardo. Now, this is an interesting one because you'll kind of look at it and go, what am I looking at here? Is it a future version, past version, something like that? Well, we'll cover all that, not to worry, but I love the photos on the back of this box. Nice, crystal clear. It just looks great. And here's everyone involved with the creation of this figure, so thank you very much for that. And here's the barcode as well. Like I said, you can find them first to market at Target. But I'm going to tell you, this one is so much dang fun. This is Handyman Donatello. Yeah, we are definitely going there. Again, the artwork, we'll say, okay, it's fine. It's a handyman. I'm not going to complain too much, but this is just okay artwork. On the back, you see lots of nice photos. Donatello going to work. This is the epitome of Donatello right here in action figure form. Once again, here's everyone involved with the creation of this figure as well as the barcode. So happy hunting, everyone. Hopefully you find the Mirage Comics Turtles that you need. Now, if you were wondering, if you've never read the Turtles comics, which again, I'm going to tell you, you definitely should. This hails from TMNT issue 11 from the Mirage Comics line, True Stories. All three characters are in this book, so make sure you read it, including Leonardo getting beat up by a deer, which was really funny. Donatello doing machines, doing his things. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. This is a comic book toy line, like I said, never thought would exist, but yeah, they're all in here, including April O'Neil. Issue 11, if you want to grab it, read it. Very much like the old Jim Henson 1990s movie, which is kind of cool as well. You'll see that with Handyman Don and everything else, but in the meantime, sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at 3 brand new Mirage Comics TMNT figures, Hunter Leonardo, version 2 April O'Neil, and Handyman Donatello by Neca Toys. All right, just before we get started, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who continues to watch my YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, well, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing. Why? Well, we have old toys, new toys, daily news updates. Guarantee you'll find something here that you like just a lot of Ninja Turtles, we're just going to say. But here's everything taken out of the packaging, and in true Neca Toys fashion, you get 3 new figures, you get tons of accessories, and you can really build out the TMNT world. Now, in the case of Hunter Leonardo, you get a bunch of extra hands, which can be swap with Donatello. You also get a nice bow with a string. That's a nice touch right there. That way, you can properly defend yourself against the deer, the dreaded deer that took down Leonardo. Now, Hunter Leo is going to be pretty much the same exact body we've seen with the Jim Lawson Turtles with new parts and pieces, which I totally appreciate, because you can reuse heads, swap them with those figures. You get 4 nice arrows. They're all painted beautifully. They go right there in that little arrow satchel on his back, the quiver, if you will. He's got some nice moccasins, Those are painted well. Peg holes on the bottom. It's just really fun. This is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but it's definitely mine. You're going to see the exact same articulation. You got swords galore, including a little mini sword right here that simply slips into the sheath on his belt. So, again, that's just a lot of fun. It's very well done, including the face. And that's where I've been really wanting NECA Toys to do the unmasked version of Turtles, because if you read the old Mirage Comics lines, a lot of times they have the bandanas on. A lot of times they don't. You can move the head separately from the hood, which is nice, and you can actually pop the head off and then go to town with all your head swappage. So you can see what it looks like minus the hood, which again, like I said, I love having the unmasked Turtles. Just do a box set with the heads. That would be amazing. You can use it on the Jim Lawson Turtles as well. Easy peasy, slip swaps, no problemo whatsoever. But you can also see how you're starting to kind of build out that world a little bit more and more of their non-battle looks, which I totally appreciate. But in the case of Hunter Leonardo, like I said, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Most people are going to look at this and go, I don't know what I'm looking at, but at least it makes for a cool looking action figure. Next up, and like I said, one of my favorites of this trio is Handyman Donatello, because the head portraits, right? Now, you do get a bunch of extra hands. Like I said, you can use them with other turtle releases. You can use them with Hunter Leonardo. This head portrait right here is Donatello in every way possible. It's taken straight from the comic books. You get a little articulation in the longer bandana, but yes, it's the bandana pulled up. It's not like a do-rag situation like modern TMNT iterations, but I love that. That looks great. He looks good with all the tools around his belts, and it's just fun. You could also use it for any other turtle if you like Raphael, for instance, if you wanted to go that route. But in the case of NECA Toys just knowing their stuff, pulling directly from the comics, the tick, 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 tock, tock, yeah, you got Donatello's typewriter, and that's just really cool. It's got some great graphic details, all the paint, outline, the white paper, it's the nice blue color. That's just awesome. But Donatello here with this head portrait, with the tools, really takes the cake, because it tells me NECA Toys is paying attention and it looks like the comics. It's those weird, goofy turtle drawings brought to life. Again, with all the, we'll say weaponry, but really it's all the tools. Again, this is the epitome of Donatello. You get a hammer, you get a ball peen hammer, you get a Phillips head screwdriver, regular screwdriver. It's a lot of fun. And all of the tools fit beautifully in the front and the back. You get a ton of extra tools on the back side. So whatever you need, whatever the job calls for, perhaps you're improving upon the van, maybe you want to use these for your cartoon TMNT in Donatello's lab and you want to fix up the turtle wagon. You can totally do that too. But it's really the head portrait, the smile with the teeth and everything else. That's what really makes this for me, because he's just having fun. He's pointing, he's laughing, or else he's really depressed, like in April's journals, right, from issue 11. Again, you can see what Donatello would look like if you want to use either head portrait with either of the bodies, right? And it just makes for a more casual story setting on your shelf, however you like to pose them, however you like to display. It really makes a great TMNT offering. I'm glad that they gave him the typewriter, don't get me wrong. I think that if they would have included a mouser or a busted mouser, something like that with wires coming out, that would have been a lot of fun to include. But yeah, you can use this for any turtle, swap the heads, Michelangelo especially. Now, in terms of the old original movie, and then looking at the comic books, drawing from the source material, which was incredibly accurate for that time period, yeah, you can have Donatello and Casey Jones joking about fixing the car and just having a blast on your shelf doing so. But again, like I said, from all the tools, the way that Donatello looks, the coloring that you have, you're able to swap hands, heads, everything else. It's not going to be for everyone, much like Hunter Leonardo, but it's just fun. It's a deep cut offering that, again, if you know the source material, you're definitely going to want this figure, which finally leaves us with April O'Neil and her little Utrom buddy, which I think is one of the standouts from this trio. Now, April does come with a variety of extra hands, but this is the guy right here. From the Grape, little short story action, we have Professor Obligato. What a pack-in right there. What a deep cut. A lot of people are going to go, the heck is that? Is that Krang? No, this is a total deep cut character. Professor Obligato, archaeologist, mental wave addict. His little removable hat, which is awesome. Great paint on this guy, by the way. The eyes, the tentacles, they move. You swap out the tentacles, which is a lot of fun. They're not bendy wire, just FYI. But just to kind of show you, I'll move the hand right here. This is an incredibly teeny tiny accessory. I dropped it in the carpet as soon as I got it. Don't do it. Don't make my mistake. It took me about 10 minutes to find it, but yeah, just be careful of the pipe. Keep the hat on his head. I like that you can kind of position the tentacles to where he's kind of dipping his hat like a, hey there, how you doing there, miss? That kind of thing. But you can see across the board from the comics, you have all of his accessories, like a little pickaxe, which is teeny tiny. You have the wretched sand flea spray, which is already connected to the tentacles, so you don't have to worry about losing that. And then you have his little bottle, and you have the little tentacle hand, which can hold said bottle. And yeah, that's just really cool, along with his little sweeping brush right there. These are so teeny tiny. Do not drop them. Do not lose them. Get a little baggie, something like that to keep them safe. But yeah, that pipe looks great, but man, oh man, do not lose it. But April O'Neil looks fantastic as this version from the comics, how she's drawn. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm happy to finally have a Mirage Comics April O'Neil. Again, I didn't get that first version in the blue jumpsuit, which is several issues in, and then this would be from when they go to the farm on kind of thing. You kind of look at it, her style changed every so often, but yeah, it's kind of like the variations of who was drawing the comics at the time. Nice hair, you got the earrings, the brown jacket. The hair will kind of bump into the collar a little bit, just FYI. She does have that basic articulation, but she's all pinless. That's a nice touch, most definitely. She has a little bit of ab crunch. She's got the waist, the legs will kick out. She has that rubber diaper kind of thing, but it's not as egregious as the McFarlane toys, just FYI. You got the feet, peg holes, rocker, upside down, left, right. Here you go. It's just very cool. I love the colors on her. She just looks good, very graphic. That's just a very nice looking April O'Neil. And to have her go with Casey Jones, you can totally have that as well. This is just so much fun. Building out the Mirage Comics line. Say that. Like, could you imagine ever in a million years we would get this on model of TMNT figures? My God, this looks amazing with April and the 4 Turtle Bros. And what's kind of cool is that, yes, with Hunter Leo and Handyman Don, you can intersplice them within your collection. They don't all have to look the same anymore. But from Casey to April to Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, Leonardo, these are fun. Again, I never thought that we would get this level of detail and thought, and yet here we are. Neca Toys has done it. But what's kind of cool is that each turtle so far has had their own variation, and there are more to come, so stay tuned. But whether you're from the past, the future, a made-up comic book land, whatever you want, Neca Toys has you covered with their Mirage TMNT line. So that's going to wrap it up for my quick look at 3 brand new offerings for the Neca Toys Mirage Comics TMNT action figure line. Again, thank you to my friends over at Neca Toys for sending these out for the purposes of this video. Again, these will be available at the Target HAULATHON. The Target HAULATHON kicks off online April 11th. There's going to be various offerings available each Friday. You know how this goes by now. But in store, it's going to be kind of a grab bag. Each store will be different, but just rest assured, if you want these figures, you will get them eventually, not to worry. They are first to market. They are not exclusive. Eventually, a couple months from now, they will go everywhere. But until then, I'm curious to know your guys' thoughts. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything Mirage Comics TMNT. And until the next one, I will leave you guys with that. Adios.